Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh. It is March 16th. I am Stephanie Pulowski, commissioned lay minister with this church. For those with visual disabilities, I am in my mid-40s. I have curly, brownish graying hair. I'm wearing a turquoise striped dress and a gray cardigan. With me today is our guest speaker, Dr. Zuly Inirio. Reverend Walker is off today. Dr. Inirio's full bio is in your order of service. She is an Afro-Latino Dominican-American soprano, scholar, and TEDx speaker, originally from the Dominican Republic and currently based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She is known for her advocacy and promoting Afro-Latinidad within classical music. With a Doctor of Musical Arts from Louisiana State University and a Master of Social Work from the University of Pittsburgh, Dr. Inirio integrates her artistic and community-driven influences into her international and domestic work, advocating for equity and inclusion in classical music. She has sung with us many times, and it is with great joy and excitement that she is leading our service today. Thank you for being with us. You are welcome here. If you are watching now or in the future, you are welcome. If you are a longtime member or brand new, you are welcome here. We Unitarian Universalists are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, genders. We're a multi-faith religious community where all are welcome, diversity is celebrated, and questions expected. We're all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome. If this is your first time with us, we would love to be in touch with you. If you have not already done so, please go to our welcome desk in the atrium. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, visit our website. Just Google First Unitarian of Pittsburgh and sign up for our weekly newsletter found at the bottom of the page. We have a few announcements this morning. First, a translation of the songs that Dr. Inirio will be performing is in the back. If you would like one, please raise your hand. We'll pass it around. We do not have enough for everyone, so if you could share. Secondly, one correction to the order of service. There is no reading. We're going to jump right into Zuly's presentation. This year, the Committee for Shared Ministry is conducting Reverend Kate's assessment. This is being done at Reverend Kate's request and with the support of the Board of Trustees. A short survey was sent via email on March 10th. There's also a QR code in the order of service insert, and also I believe it's embedded online on the order of service. The deadline for filling that out is today, and my understanding is that there has been a very small percentage of people that have filled it out, so I strongly encourage you to fill it out. For those who need a printed version, I believe there will be printed versions at the door at the end of worship, and we would ask that you hand those back before leaving today. Finally, next Sunday, March 23rd, is our spring equinox brunch. It will be at 11:30 downstairs in the Undercroft Gallery. All food and drinks will be provided. We are asking that people RSVP by today, either downstairs or by email to social events, plural, at first-unitarian-pgh.org. We hope to see everyone there. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Arrive in body and spirit and picture yourself connected to all others who are watching today and in the future. We turn now to our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. If you have a chalice at home, we invite you to light it at this time. In the words of Marnie Singer, the chalice is the container, the space where musicians and listeners gather. The oil is the fuel, the hours of practice and the life experiences of everyone in the room. The wick is the instruments and vocal cords through which the music will flow. And the flame, The flame is the music which is created as if by magic. When the instruments are lifted, the breath is inhaled, and the downbeat is nodded. May this flame ignite the music within us all and burn bright in our hearts and minds as we worship together. I now invite you to please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, hymn 130, O Liberating Rose. Please be seated. Please join me in reading our collective reading. Today it is our grounding. It's printed in our order of service. We name our collective recommitment to care for the earth, knowing the ground we live upon is sacred. We pledge to bring new life to the earth, new life to the air, new life to the waters, new life to each other, for all life is sacred.
Hello, everyone. Morning. I'm Erica Shadowsong, Lifespan Religious Education Director. It is a pleasure to be with you here today. I am wearing gray pants, a dark blue shirt. I have brown skin and short cropped hair and glasses. I have a lovely picture book to read today that was suggested by Zuly, and it's really, really great. So if you would like to come up and see the pictures, if you are young or young at heart, I invite you to come up and sit with me. Hey guys. How's it going? Okay, great, awesome. Anybody else? Okay, so this book, this story is called Tar Beach. And before I read it, I have to tell you that it is written by somebody who makes quilts. And she first told this story in a quilt. That picture right there is what the quilt looks like. Isn't that neat? Yeah, so this is about, she kind of writes about her life when she was a kid. She lived in Harlem, and it's called Tar Beach because at the top of the apartment building where she lived, I'm assuming the top was covered with tar. And so she used to love to go up there and sit with her family. It was just something she remembered. So that's what's going on. What was that? You think you've seen this before? Nice. Okay. I will always remember when the stars fell down around me and lifted me up above the George Washington Bridge. I could see our tiny rooftop with Mommy and Daddy and Mr. and Mrs. Honey, our next door neighbors, still playing cards as if nothing was going on. And Bebe, my baby brother, lying real still on the mattress, just like I told him to, his eyes like huge floodlights tracking me in the sky. Do you think she's really flying? Absolutely. I like that answer, yes. Sleeping on Tar Beach was magical. Lying on the roof in the night with the stars and skyscraper buildings all around me made me feel rich, like I owned all that I could see. The bridge was my most prized possession. Oh, yeah. Daddy said that the George Washington Bridge is the longest and most beautiful bridge in the world, and that it opened in 1931, on the very day I was born. That was a while ago. Daddy worked on that bridge, hoisting cables. Since then, I've wanted that bridge to be mine. So if you see, he's up there at the top of the bridge, up really, really high, working on the bridge. Yeah. I don't think I could do that. That's very scary. Now that I have claimed it, all I have to do was fly over it for it to be mine forever. I can wear it like a giant diamond necklace, or just fly above it and marvel at its sparkling beauty. I can fly. Yes, me, Cassie Louise Lightfoot, only 8 years old and in the 3rd grade, and I can fly. That means I'm free to go wherever I want for the rest of my life. Have you guys ever wanted to fly? I've always wanted to fly. Not in a plane, just like jump off, right? Daddy took me to see the new Union building he is working on. He can work on steel girders high up in the sky and not fall. They call him the cat. If you guys have cats or have seen cats, you understand. They almost never lose their balance. You've had one?
I never had one.
Never had one yet?
No. But Papa, when I was a baby, he called this
Sorry. Sorry, I was listening to your story. You can tell me later. Okay. But her father, he still can't join the union because Grandpa wasn't a member. So this was a long time ago, and if his grandfather wasn't a member of the union, he didn't get to be a member of the union, which was important for workers because it protected their rights. Well, Daddy, he's going to own that building because I'm going to fly over it and give it to him. then it won't matter that he's not in their old union. And you can see him looking at the building that he helped to build. He'll be rich and won't have to stand on 24-story high girders and look down. He can look at his building looking up. And mommy won't cry all winter when he goes to look for work and doesn't come home. He must have to go away a lot. And mommy can laugh and sleep late like Mrs. Honey. And we can have ice cream every night for dessert. You guys like ice cream? I do too. I love ice cream. This is the ice cream factory. Look at that. Next, I'm going to fly over the ice cream factory just to make sure that we do. She's going to fly over it and own that building too. Tonight, we're going up to Tar Beach, the top of the apartment. Mommy is roasting peanuts and frying chicken, and Daddy will bring home a watermelon. Mr. and Mrs. Honey will bring the beer and their old green card table. And then the stars will fall all around me, and I will fly to the Union Building. But whenever she goes up there, she feels like the stars are falling around her. I'll take Bebe with me. He's threatened to tell Mommy and Daddy if I leave him behind. I have told him it's very easy. Anyone can fly. All you need, you ready for this? Here's the secret. All you need is somewhere to go that you can't get to any other way. The next thing you know, you're flying among the stars. Isn't that cool? And there is the lovely quilt again. We have a lot of wonderful quilters in this church also. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the story, and we will head off to our classes.
You need to
For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are.
Every month, we share our generosity with a designated organization. This month, it is the Annie Margaret Barr Higher Secondary School in the Kazi Hills of India. We have supported this school and community since 2003. Our religious community, all donations are shared with that organization 50-50 unless otherwise designated. Our religious community is made up of volunteers and staff creating and hosting a variety of programming. We rely on your financial support. In addition to the collection plate, you can donate by texting GIVE to 412-435-1050 and following the directions. Please check the end of the order of service for more directions. The offering will now be gratefully received to support the work, the wonder, and the witness of our religious community. hold each other in our hearts and minds with all our joys and all our sorrows. We remember those who are experiencing losses of various kinds and those facing health challenges. We are aware that many are faced with heightened difficulties presented by these times that continue to be challenging for us all. May those who suffer or mourn find peace. May those who hunger or thirst be quenched with nourishment and sated with the elixir of life. May those who have experienced violence find care and comfort in the healing that comes with time. May all of us find the loving kindness that is ours to share. May we open our hearts and minds to encircle with love and care all in our community and beyond. So may it be. Amen, namaste, and blessed be. Please join me in a few moments of silence, personal meditation, and prayer. In the words of Douglas Taylor, eternal Spirit, from whom all things come and to whom all things return, we gather this morning in community, seeking to live in harmony. Each of us here gathered lives out our lives knowing our own story, our own private melody. Life at its highest and its sweetest is a sharing. Life is a sharing of our melodies, of our love and interest, of our yearning and questions. We gather this morning as individuals creating harmony in community together. May our different ways of knowing and naming the holy blend together. May our voices be added to the holy chorus of life. May we practice our scales that we may better improvise and recognize where we come in when it's our time. The world is rife with discord and trouble. Injustice and suffering weigh us down and trip us up and stop our voices. May we learn to trust in love, in God and in our own voices, in the trembling faith of our forebears, to trust that we have a part in this symphony and we can join this chorus and bring some beauty to the cacophony around us. May there be times of gentle tones and soothing melodies. May there be rhythms upon which we can rely to rally our spirits at need. May there be teachers and bandmates, fans and good companies to help call our best music out of us. May there be moments when we are transported, moments when we discover we are not playing the music so much as the music is flowing through us. The music is playing us. O Spirit of life, may our song be among the songs of the Spirit. May there be beauty in our song and in our living. May there be meaning and power in our song. And may our individual voices blend into the chorus. The chorus that is Thee, O Spirit, this we ask in the name of all that is holy. May it be so.
Good morning. Thank you for welcoming me time and time again into this beautiful space. It is a joy and an honor to be here with you today, not only to share music, but to share a journey of reclaiming history, of finding freedom through culture, and celebrating the stories that shape us. I believe that music is one of the most powerful ways to connect to our histories, to each other, and to something greater than ourselves. It is through song that we remember, we resist, and that we imagine a more just world. This belief is at the heart of Instituto Cimarrón, an organization that I founded to lift up the artistic and cultural legacies of underrepresented communities. We focus on research, advocacy, and performance to ensure that the voices of underrepresented communities, as well as Afro-Latin composers, poets, and cultural workers are not erased, but instead they're celebrated. One of the flagship initiatives that I began in 2020 is the Afro-Latinx Song and Opera Project. I'm gonna go a little off script to tell you why I started this. I got my doctorate at Louisiana State University. Go Tigers. I have to do that, right? One of the things that I got to do there was to do a specialty recital of all music in Spanish. So this was music from Spain and Latin America. Nobody had done that before in that institution, so that was really exciting to be the first person to do that. And as I was searching and curating for the music that I wanted to sing, I had a hard time finding music that had to do with people like me, meaning Afro-Latin people or Black people from Latin America. I am one of them. I am from the Dominican Republic, and I call myself in my bio Afro-Latina. The only piece that I could find was actually from what I'm going to be singing today. It's called Cinco Canciones Negras, or 5 Black Songs by Javier Monsalvache. I'll talk more about him in a little while. But that's the only what we call canonical music I could find. And I thought that was really weird because we have a deep history of colonization in Latin America. So there's no way that, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So around 2020, when I was just stuck at home, no singing, right? Super spreader thing, so I couldn't do it. I did some research and very easily found some contributions by Afro-Latin composers that I wasn't taught about. Through 10 years of schooling, nobody told me about the contributions of Afro-Latin composers in classical music. So at that moment I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna do something about it. So I started the Afro-Latinx Song and Opera Project. So now I'll go back to this. So the Afro-Latinx Song and Opera Project is dedicated to bringing to life the songs and stories of these communities. So I do historical research with the project, but I also do commissions and tell our current stories, our current Afro-Latin stories. And we say it ourselves, and we have agency to say that. And through this work that I do through my project, I'm redefining who belongs in classical music by expanding the narratives that shape the art form. For Afro-Latin communities, storytelling has always been an act of survival and resistance. Whether through oral traditions, poetry, or song, our stories have carried the weight of our history, holding both the pain of oppression and the joy of resilience. So I mentioned briefly my organization, Instituto Cimarrón. So the name Cimarrón comes from cimarrones. So cimarrón in English is a maroon, right? Which maroons historically are enslaved Africans who escaped captivity and formed their own free communities across Latin America and the Caribbean. Cimarronaje, or marooning, is the act of breaking free and creating something new. It wasn't just about physical escape, it was about reclaiming identity, autonomy, and dignity in the circumstances that you're in. And today, I see the work that I do through my projects as a form of modern-day cimarronaje, or modern-day marooning. I'm using music and storytelling to free ourselves from the erasure of our histories and to uplift the voices of people that have long been silenced. This morning, I want to share two pieces that embody the spirit of freedom, resilience, and cultural memory. The first piece, Cuba dentro de un piano, or Cuba in a piano, is set to a poem by Rafael Alberti and is composed by Javier Monsalvache as part of Cinco Canciones Negras, or 5 Black Songs. This song tells the story of a Cuban exile who remembers their homeland through the sound of a piano. The piano, an instrument introduced to Cuba through European influences, became deeply intertwined with Afro-Cuban musical traditions. In this piece, the piano holds memories. It holds the rhythms of the island, the echoes of its people, and the longing of those who have been separated from their home. This song is a reminder that music is a vessel for history, carrying the soul of a place and a people long after they are gone. The second piece, Canción de Cuna para Dormir un Negrito, or a lullaby for a little black boy, is a lullaby set to a poem by Ildefonso Pereda Valdez. At first glance, it may seem like a simple, soothing bedtime song, but underneath its gentle melody is a much deeper message. A mother singing to her black child, lulling him to sleep while recognizing the hardships that he will face in a world that does not always value his existence. This piece reflects the lived realities of many Afro-Latin families, the hope, the love, and also the ever-present awareness of struggle. This is a song of tenderness, but also of truth. Both of these pieces embody the heart of what Instituto Cimarrón, so Marooning Institute, that's the name of my organization in English, and the Afro-Latinx Song and Opera Project strive to do. Reclaim narratives, celebrate cultural identity, and remind us that music is more than entertainment. It is history, it is activism, it is freedom. For too long, the contributions of Afro-Latin composers, poets, and performers have been overlooked in classical music spaces. But their stories, our stories, deserve to be heard. When I sing these songs, I think about all those who came before me. Those who use their voices, their instruments, their creativity, their art to tell the truth. Their music was their cimarronaje, was their marooning, their way of breaking free, and their way of making sure that future generations, including us, would remember. As you listen this morning, I invite you to hear more than just melodies. Listen for the echoes of history, the rhythms of resilience, and the voices of those who, through music and their art and their cultural work, have found liberation. I also invite you to reflect. How does music, and any kind of art making and cultural work for that matter, connect you to your own history, your own sense of belonging? How do the stories we tell through song, through art, through community, shape the world we live in? Through storytelling and insisting on our storytelling, we can reclaim what was lost. Through culture, we can find freedom. Through music, we can sing our way home. Through insisting on all of who we are and supporting each other that way, we can find true liberation, collective liberation. Thank you, and may these songs speak to you as they have spoken to so many before us.
madre llevaba un sorbete de fresa por sombrero y el humo de los barcos aún era humo de habanero. Mulata vuelta bajera. Cádiz se adormecía entre fandangos y habaneras y un lorito al piano quería ser de Dime dónde está la flor que el hombre tanto venera. Mi tío Antonio volvía con su aire de insurrecto. La cabaña del príncipe sonaba por los patios del puerto. Ya no brilla la perla azul del mar de las Antillas. Ya se acabó, se nos ha muerto. Me encontré con la bella Trinidad. Cuba se había perdido y ahora era verdad, no era mentira. Un cañonero huido llegó cantando lenguaderas. La Habana ya se perdió. Tuvo la culpa el dinero. Cayó el cañonero. Pero después fue cuando al sí lo hicieron. Yes. ojitos, negrito asustado, el mandinga blanco te puede comer. Ya no eres esclavo, y si duermes mucho, el señor de casa promete comprar traje con botones para hacer un duérmete, negrito. Cabeza de coco, grano de café.
Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing hymn 151, I Wish I Knew How.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all these chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I could say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear for the whole to hear. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear for the whole world to hear. I wish I could share all the love in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep keeping us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. Then you'd see and agree everyone should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I can do. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then I'd sing 'cause I knew how
Before we extinguish our chalice, I would like us to take a moment and thank Zuly again for being with us today. As we extinguish the chalice, please join me in reading the words that are read in churches around the country and the world. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please be seated. Our benediction is the words of Joseph Cleveland. May we hear the melody of life and find ourselves singing harmony. May we be open to the dissonances in the song of the land and its people, that we might be part of the world's urging towards justice, peace, and love. May we feel in our bones the rhythms of life and the land and find ourselves dancing. Go in peace, return with love.